Hello, my name is Sheila, and I'm actually here to talk about divorce is not the end. I've been divorced now, going on 4 years this July, and it was a hard time. It actually took God to really bring me through a lot of things to be able to deal with divorce, and I knew I just didn't want to run off and do something dumb or stupid like I used to do back in the day. But I didn't jump into another relationship. I actually waited. And this time I wanted to pursue God and to learn what I needed to do for myself at this time. So um, I decided to study the Word, um, learn who I am at this time. Because after being with somebody over 30 years, you have been adapted to their ways and the stuff that they do. And then I had to relearn different things because when me and this gentleman met, I was 17 years old. Now I'm 51. A lot of things have changed. I didn't even know how to date, and still haven't gotten to that point, but I know I will. And I'm just taking my time to learn who I am and what I like now. So I just want to encourage a lot of people to really know that divorce is not the end of your life, because this just means new opportunities, change. And we go through that all the time. We actually go through changes and start fresh somewhere else and do other things. And so God will keep you if you're willing to be kept. I've had girlfriends that just jump from one relationship to another without ever dealing with what had already gone on in their past. And I didn't want to do that. I don't want to take the old baggage and the old garbage into another relationship. I don't want God to send me his best and I turn around and mess it up because I haven't dealt with my issues. So I just praise God for helping me to realize that this is not the end. It's a new beginning for me. It's different. And I'm excited about it. I'm excited about life more and more each day. The more I stay in His presence, I'm learning. I'm grateful for the I do process, because the Cullens are really teaching me uh, how to die to myself. Because all my life I've been doing everything I want to do. Now it's time for me to learn how to allow God to show me what His will is for my life. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for their ministry. And so one of the scriptures that really stick out with me now is Philippians 4, 6 and 7, where it says, be anxious for nothing. And I am grateful for that, because God has really helped me to calm down instead of just jumping into things, and I'm still learning. So I'm just, every time I get anxious or frustrated or a little excited, I go right to that scripture and says, be anxious for nothing, but by prayer and supplication and thanksgiving make your requests be made known to God. And I do that. I go to and I stay in prayer. I try my best to bring everything before Him, so He can show me what I need to do next. What's my next step? And then the next part, 7, when it talks about the peace of God. And that's one thing I'm so grateful for, is the peace, that I'm not up and down, in and out, being wishy-washy. That peace really surpasses all understanding. And it will guard your heart and mind when we allow it to do so. So ladies and gentlemen out there, divorce is not the end of the world. It really isn't. Stay encouraged. Don't be so fast to jump into another relationship. Deal with the baggage. Deal with your past. Deal with stuff. If you overlook it, it's just going to follow you. Because if you don't deal with it, it's going to deal with you. And I know this because my past has really dealt with me for over 25, almost 30 years. Because I didn't deal with it. I always ran from it and didn't want to sit down and have that heart to heart with somebody and find out, okay, what is wrong with me? What is going on? Why do I do this? Why do I continue to do this? And it's because I wouldn't deal with anything. And now that I see God is restoring me, He's also restoring my children. because of my past. We had a bunch of ups and downs. My kids were hurt through all this, because of the issues and never hearing their side of the story, never allow them to uh, speak or talk about their feelings, because I always put mine on the back burner, so I didn't want to hear nobody else's. And I just see God restoring all of that, and I'm so grateful to God and to the Cullens for working with me, because some people, they're so damaged. Sometimes you have so much bad information, or just so much negative thinking, that you need people to bring you out. You need someone to show you that road to go on, because as long as you stay in a negative environment, as long as you continue to hold on to that bad information, instead of going to the word and try to get that new information to renew your mind, it's not going to change. You're always going to think the same. You're always going to think less of yourself, or don't realize your value. And I'm just grateful, because God has helped me to understand who I am in Him. Without Him, I can do nothing. And I see that now. Even though I've tried all my life to do everything I wanted to do, what I wanted to do, when I wanted to do it, it did not pan out for me very well. My life has been turmoil, chaos, and some of everything else you can think of and imagine. I mean, it's just been downhill. But now, since I've gotten in this ministry and been going to church, and God has really turned my life around, and I'm grateful for that. And now I can see things better, because when you're negative, you just see negative stuff. You just point out everything that's negative. But I can see better, and I'm grateful for God for that, to change, to be a positive person now, to look at people in a positive way, and to just love people for who they are. We can't make nobody do anything. I can't make nobody love me, and they can't make me love them. But I know God is love, and love is who He is and who He desires us to be, and to love others. And I'm grateful for that. So I'm learning, and I'm grateful. I have a better attitude than what I used to have, and just know that it's more than just marriage. It's more than worrying about being with somebody. The one we should really want to be with is Christ. The one we should really want to love more, because He loved us, is Christ. And when we do that, we'll see that our life will definitely change, and new things will come. It's just so much out there. I can't even explain it all. But I just want to take the time to really encourage somebody that divorce is not the end. It's not the last of what you're going to do. It's not the last of what God has for you. He has so much more for us. He's willing to bless us, but we have to be able to be willing to do it His way, and to wait on Him. Not just jump into another relationship. Not just, run out there and do what we want to do sometimes. Sometimes there's a time we need to stand still and wait on God. And when God shows us what our next step is, then we can move. And we'll be so much in a better place. You want to be happy? Wait on God. Ain't nothing like waiting on God. And you'll definitely see your happiness come. He'll show you how to be happy within yourself, with yourself. He'll show you all the things that we're looking for out of life, and trying to fill it up with all these other things, all these voids that we have. We're trying to fill it up with having sex wherever and whenever, and drinking, or doing drugs, or eating food, or whatever the case may be. There's more to life than just that. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are really going to do yourself a favor when you turn your life over to Christ and allow Him to show you how to live. And I am learning how to live, and I'm enjoying my life every day. I'm grateful. I'm more excited about life, and I'm just happy. For the first time in a long time, I am really happy to know who I am and live who I am. I'm not looking for anybody. I'm okay. When the time comes, it'll come. I ain't blind. I can see men, but I ain't gonna run up there, run behind one just to be with one, or do whatever to have one. When the time comes, it'll come. Right now, it's time for me to focus on Christ and Him to show me who I am, and my values. And so when I step out there, And it's all dating. I know what I'm looking for now. You know, I'm not that 17-year-old little girl anymore that doesn't know what she wants. You know, God has showed me, you know, my desires and my dreams. And I'm grateful for all of that. I'm grateful just to be a positive person, be able to see differently now than what I used to. So hang in there, ladies and gentlemen, and just keep God in the forefront, and you will not regret anything that He has to show you in your life. Trust me, I know. I've been there, and I'm grateful for waiting on God this time and doing it His way. So you have a blessed day, and I thank you for watching. Bye-bye.